Hey guys, what is happening? So today, what I want to speak about is a app that was developed by Splunk. So this app, I haven't seen people use this app that much. So I thought I'll make a video on this app. So this is one of those apps that is really useful if you are into consulting. So the first thing what I want to say is what is so important in consulting is time, right? So if you are given a job and a time, in 13 years of experience consulting, what I learned is you have to really manage your time, right? So let's say you get to a site, especially on one of those large enterprises where they have Splunk instance running for long, and then you find yourself in a situation where you're given your UI access like this, right? So you have your UI access, and then you're given a task, right? So you have the task that you have to complete, but then you don't have the console access, right? So the main reason why they don't give you console access is obviously they don't want consultants on the server. They don't want to give you SSH access onto the server. And then what I have seen on the field is normally engagements would be like 5 or 10 days, and then even if they want to give you access, it won't be done on time, right? Or you will actually lose some time, right? So let's say you want to make changes on Splunk, right? Obviously, anything on props.conf can be managed by going to settings. You can click on add data, and then you can get to the source type, and then somehow you can manage to change the props conf through your UI, right? So if you want to make changes somewhere else, like transforms, fields, saved searches, things like that, you would obviously need console access, right? So Splunk actually made an app called so this is called, let me show you what that is. So this is called config manager, if I'm not wrong. Hold on. Sorry, yeah, this app is called Conf Editor. Alright, so this is a app that is made by Splunkworks. So if you don't know what Splunkworks is, it is apps that are built by Splunk, right? You can use this app to make your edits on your web UI itself, right? So I'll show you how this thing works. It's pretty straightforward. So what you need is your Splunk ID, right? And then you can install it straight through your UI, right? So once you have it installed, so let's go to the app. And now once you get here, you have like full control over what you can do to your conf files, right? So let's say I want to make a change to my transforms file, right? I can just select transforms, and then I can select what stanza I want to make change to, right? So I have a stanza that I know that I created as a test called ranges KV, and now I know so this app is actually, this stanza is actually sitting in search and reporting, right? Because I created it through the UI, and then if I click next, I can see all the conf files, right? So this is a KV store that I created, right? So this have all the field search, right? So if you can make changes, like let's say you can add test ID, right? We can make the change here, and then you can just click on save. And now what happens is your configuration is saved. You don't have to touch your terminal, right? So this is really useful when you don't have access to your console, and it happens a lot in consulting, honestly. The prime reason that I've seen is customers won't give you console access because of security or change control in place, access control in place. They don't give you console access, but what they do give you is UA access. And even if you're, let's say, assisting over Teams or Zoom or whatever, the person who is assisting you won't have access to the console. So you will be just burning PS days on your customers' payroll, right? So instead of doing that, you can just make changes through your UI, right? And then once these changes are done, you can just click on save and the configuration change, right? So other thing that you could do with this app is you can pretty much change anything, any conf file that you can think of, right? You want to do a saved searches, yeah. You want to do source type, yeah. You want to do lookups, yeah. You can pretty much do anything. You want to create or change a new index, yeah. You can do that as well, right? So this was this app. So it's called the Conf Editor for Splunk, created by Splunkworks, right? So it's fully managed by Splunk itself, supported in Splunk Cloud as well. So whatever you have to do, you can change it and do it through your UI, right? Yeah, so that's it for today. If you like me to do a specific topic, you can reach out to me, and I can try and help you out with that topic by creating a video. Thanks, guys. So I'll see you next week.